Hi everyone, welcome to Eden's Secret and the 12 days of Christmas. Now what Christmas would be complete without some snow fairy wax melts? So I've got some wax, quite a lot of wax melted, which I melted in the microwave for about 9 minutes in this large jug here, and I'm going to dispense that into my Pyrex jug, which I warmed for 1 minute in the microwave without anything in it. So we're going to take some of this gorgeous hot pink mica pigment from Mineral Makeup Ingredients, and it works so well in wax, brings up a beautiful colour. So I've got 700 mils of wax, and I'm going to pop a quarter of a teaspoonful of that hot pink pigment into it. I'm going to take my whisk and I'm just going to stir that in, and it dissolves very well actually into wax, much better than it does with soap. And of course we're using EcoWax today, and I'm so happy that EcoWax are back in business. This is the melt version of EcoWax, which is specifically made for wax melts, and I can tell you it works brilliantly. The golden wax, the frosting issues were an absolute nightmare and drove me crazy basically, but the EcoWax, no frosting issues at all. So let's just check the temperature that we're at the moment. So we're at 79 degrees, so you can say I put the colour in at 80 degrees centigrade or Celsius. So I'm going to let that cool down. Now wax does cool down fairly fast. I'm going to let that cool down to about 75, and then we're going to add our gorgeous Snow Fairy fragrance. Now while our wax is cooling down to 75, I'm going to prepare the moulds. Now a lot of people ask me about washing moulds. Yes, of course you can wash them, but no matter how much you wash them, you will get this sort of frosting on them. These moulds, they've all been washed of course, but I have used these other moulds, but not the ones that are looking a bit white and frosty. Honestly, you just need to wash your moulds every now and again. You don't need to wash them every time. If you do wash them every time and then reuse them straight away, I think you're going to get frosting issues. So just unmold, and then take your heat gun and just run it over your moulds, just warming them up a bit. Just really does seem to help, and of course it removes any frosting that might be on the side of your mould. You see these ones have a lot of frosting in because since I washed them I actually haven't had any wax in them yet. Some people actually warm their moulds up in the microwave, which is fine. So the fragrance I'm using today is Snow Fair, and that is from OASIS oils. The great thing with all these companies, they have all the CLP information that you need on there. Just click the link. At the moment it's on the bottom of the website, the CLP information, and then all the documents will pop up as a PDF, and you can save those to your desktop or to your computer. It tells you the usage levels and what the CLP information is for each particular fragrance that they do. Now, this Snowflake fragrance was originally by Silk Magic, and it had a recommended usage level of 5%. I hadn't read that, and I made some wax melts at 10%, and the wax melts were soft after they set. And then I had a look, and it said the recommended usage level for this fragrance was 5%. So 5% is ample, because this is really, really strong. So you don't actually need to put 10% in with this fragrance, and it is so delicious, so delicious. So let's add our fragrance to our wax now. So we have 700 ml of wax. Now if we were going to be doing 10% fragrance in 700 ml of wax, you just knock the 0 off the end, so you would put 70 ml in there. But because I'm recommending 5% on this fragrance, 5% is half of 10%, so simply half the 70 ml, so you're going to need 35. Now I haven't actually come across any other fragrance that's 5%, but that is what I recommend for this one. So just tear your scale, and then pour your fragrance into the wax. So we're looking at 35 grams. So just give that a stir. The temperature is 70 degrees Celsius. Just leave that for a minute so the wax can absorb all of the fragrance into the wax molecules. Never pour your wax straight away. I know this because I've done it myself, and I've ended up with little pools of oil on top of the wax once they've set, and that's simply the oil hasn't absorbed into the wax, and instead of being absorbed into the wax, it's left a pool on the top of the wax. Okay, so what we're going to do now is decorate our moulds while we're waiting for this wax to cool down to about 65-70. Now you can put any type of glitter you want to put into wax, because it's not going onto the skin and it's not going down the kitchen sink. So I just bought these nail art glitters here, and I've got my eye on this gold because I think the gold will go really nice with the pink. There is a lovely pink in there as well. Well, there's lots of lovely ones. This is lovely, but oh, it is beautiful, that. I think I will use that one instead of the gold. So just pop those back in there. I'll put a link to these. I just got them from Amazon. Obviously there's not very much in these pots. And just sprinkle them in with your fingers. I'm hoping they show up because they are quite light actually, these ones. Now each one of these chambers takes about 65 ml of wax. So we know we're going to get at least 10 out of 700 ml, and we've actually still got half of that glitter left in that container. I'm not going to fill the other compartments yet, just in case. Well, I don't want to put glitter in them if I'm not going to be using them. So just giving our wax a stir again. I'm checking the temperature literally in the time it's taken to put the glitter into these moulds, our wax is now down to 64. So I'm going to pour. Always giving it another stir before we pour into the mould. I always pour into the mould just from one end, and I always use these glass Pyrex jugs, or any heat safe jug at all will work fine. I like the glass ones because you can warm them up. And all of that lovely glitter will stick to the wax. So there we go, 700 mils of wax with 35 mils of fragrance has actually given us 12 wax melts. Now, if I'd been a little bit more sparing on the others, I would have got a full 12, but this one's a little bit short, but it doesn't matter, because all I'll do with that one is I'll just break it up into samples and they'll go into people's orders who buy from Eden Secret. Okay, so these will be left for an hour or so, and then we'll come back when they unmold. I'll check the time and then I'll let you know what time it is when I unmold them. And that pink 201p, the fluorescent pink, really is an all-round fragrance. It can be used in wax melts, bath bombs, soaps. It just performs fantastically well, and that's why it is actually my favourite colour. See how fantastically this fabulous wax unmolds with no frosting issues. Super pretty. Who doesn't love a bit of glitter? It will be a shame if they ever totally ban glitter. It might happen, you know, because obviously, but I'm talking about it might totally get banned for skincare, because apparently it takes so long to dissolve. It takes so long to biodegrade that the fish and everything are going to be eating it anyway. So I don't know how they're going to overcome it. Dead easy to unmold. Okay, so this is my latest wax melt video, and I hope you're enjoying your Christmas holiday, and that you're enjoying my 12 days of Christmas, a video every single day from Christmas Day until the 5th of January, which is actually my birthday.
quiet evening, snow is falling, and from every window shines a light. Somewhere in the distance drums are calling, but no one heeds their call tonight. Christmas, oh Christmas, how we long for you. Christmas, oh Christmas, let your message once again ring true. As I walk through the streets of my old hometown, I hear sleigh bells ringing in the air. There are Christmas decorations all around. Tonight love and peace are everywhere. Christmas, oh Christmas, how we long for you. Christmas, oh Christmas, let your message once again ring true as you are bright and golden. Let it snow, let it snow. Bright and gold. Christmas, oh Christmas.